All right, so the first thing you need to do is buy a pumpkin and carving tools. All right, so now you're going to sketch your design. So you need to have something that it's based off of, some sort of picture, or you can create your own type of design. And you need to figure out where the light is going to shine through in your pumpkin. That's how you're gonna have to draw it. All right, so you're just gonna sketch it out on paper. Trust me, this sketch took me about 30 minutes to do. It's sped up twice, actually. And as you can see, I've got a lot of erasing and I did a couple of little edits here and there. Once your sketch is done, you're ready to color in the parts that you're going to cut out. And this is gonna show you what it's gonna look like once light is shining through your pumpkin. Typically I use a highlighter, so that way it looks more like what it will look like in real life. After you're done coloring, erase all the stray marks, so that way it's a nice clean design. Now it's time to set up your area. So lay out some newspapers, whatever it takes to make sure it's nice and clean. That way you can cut open your pumpkin. I like to do my cutting from the bottom, so that way I don't have to worry about the top piece falling into my pumpkin. I just cut out the bottom and put the candle right on the ground. So that's what I prefer to do. You just push it through. Look at all those yummy pumpkin guts. Like I said, I like to cut from the bottom, but you can cut from the top. Just make sure you cut at an angle. That way the lid of the pumpkin fits right on there. And now it's time to scoop out the guts. So you can use your little scooper, scrape away, get all that yummy pumpkin guts and throw it away in the little trash bag. And you want to make sure you scrape it nice and clean so all the guts are out. Just like that. Now this part you can do a couple ways. You can do option one where you tape the stencil essentially to your pumpkin. You can poke little holes in it around the outline, and then take the paper off and then carve the pumpkin from there. You can also cut out the paper, tape it on, and then trace it. Another option is to draw directly onto the pumpkin using a permanent marker. This is what I prefer to do, and as you can see, I did that for this design. The nice thing about this is you can erase if you make a mistake. You can do this by putting rubbing alcohol on a paper towel. You can also use Goo Gone or even nail polish remover. Once you're done with your sketch, it's time to carve. All right, so you always want to make sure that you do the detail before you do the larger sections of your pumpkin, all right? This helps maintain the pumpkin structured integrity, all right? So for me, the detail of little girl's hair and fingers is something that I need to do before I cut out the television section. Otherwise, if I do the larger section of the television first and then I try to do the little girl's hair, the pumpkin might collapse in on itself and her head will fall off, which would be very unfortunate. Super intense, right? All right, so now it's time for me to do the TV part. I can't do the TV all the way through because then you won't see the little girl anymore. So I have to go around every single little detail, the fingers, the nightgown. And you don't need to worry about getting it all cut out into one piece. You can do smaller sections. I know I prefer to cut in smaller sections. That way the pieces I want cut out, I know will get cut out, and I won't accidentally cut something I'm not supposed to. See, just like that. Ta-da! Now that it's all cut out, you can add some finishing touches and wipe off all of the marker. I know Glue Gun works really, really well, but you can also use rubbing alcohol or even nail polish remover. For those detailed spots, use a Q-tip. That way you don't accidentally break your pumpkin. And there you have it, from design to pumpkin carving. Ta-da! Voila, it is complete. Now it's time to clean up so your mom and dad don't yell at you and get mad at you. Put it all in the trash, and happy Halloween. Oh yeah, and one more thing. If you want to make pumpkin seeds, go ahead and wash out your seeds. Get all the little pumpkin guts out of there first. And then once you've washed the seeds, you're then going to put the seeds in a strainer, all right? And then let them dry. I will be doing a tutorial on how to make pumpkin seeds, all right? So to be continued.